Johnny, it's true. Can you believe it? It's going to be a slobber knocker. As they say, anything can happen on Wrestle Lost. Welcome to Wrestle Lost, folks.
Ah, yes, she's here. It's the Wrestle Lost Derby cast.
The sniper.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wrestle Lost. There's a couple of interesting things to talk about that have happened throughout the week. So to get it going, Johnny.
No. First, we'll start off with. No. Did you hear the rumor that in WWE Creative there's still tentative plans to bring the Y6 with Uncle Howdy as the leader?
I heard something about that. They want to continue Bray's plans.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Here's okay. This is how we're going to start off. All right. I wasn't expecting this. Here we go. I've heard, like, ever since his passing, right? That was the immediate question. Like, we gave it a little bit of time, but obviously people are going to talk as to what's going to happen because you figure they're going to want to have something in place in his memory. So, yes, I do think eventually they will do something, but I would understand if they don't. But it's been a lot of back and forth. A lot of, yes, we're going to do something. No, we're not going to do anything because we don't think we can do it right without him. But I've always, ever since it happened, one of my thoughts was, Bo Dallas is right there. Who would know better than his real-time, real-life brother as to what his plans were going to be? So if they really wanted to do the Wyatt 6 still in memory of Bray Wyatt, I'd be down for it. Because as long as you involve Bo Dallas, I think they're going to get it somewhat right.
Step out of that ring, walk back up that ramp.
Well, there may be more of a chance of that happening now because speculation is that Vince McMahon is no longer a part of creative in WWE. Now that the merger is complete, and Endeavor has, and this is a quote, they co-ignited Triple H as head of creative. And Vince has just been relegated to pretty much just a figurehead in the company. He has no say in what goes on, creative or otherwise.
Which
is what we wanted all along.
Yeah, which is something that should have been done a long time ago. I'm just glad it's finally happening, and yeah, a lot of stuff was going to be different after the merger, and this is a step in the right direction.
And now, and since the merger, here's an interesting number because Vince, like we've said many times, doesn't need to be there anymore. He has $3 billion worth of stock in the new TKO.
Right.
That's a lot of stock.
That's twice what the Powerball was worth this week.
By the way, someone won it, right?
Yes, in California, just like the last couple $1 billion winners.
Fucking assholes in California. Shit. Sorry. I just really wanted that money.
We were. I mean, they say you should never talk about your plans, what you want to do, you win the lottery, but we were.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We had a whole list of people that we wanted to rescue from our job.
Yeah. We're gonna save a whole bunch of people, and then the rest, sorry, but fuck off.
I thought it's gonna be a run.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Andrew would have been included in the previous.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's included in the plan.
So, since since Triple H is in charge of creative, there's word now that War Games is going to be planned for Survivor Series. But right now, it's just one War Games match. And what they're probably going to do is probably have the Judgment Day versus Cody, Jey Uso, Sami, and Kevin Owens. Which you can do that even though Kevin Owens is now on SmackDown. But since Cody Rhodes is now one half of the Undisputed Tag Champion, that means he can be on both shows.
Yeah. I'm all down for War Games happening. I knew it was going to happen somewhere, but if it's going to happen at Survivor Series and they are going to do this Cody versus Bloodline stuff, yeah, man, I think it could be very interesting to see. But we need to go ahead and move forward quickly with this Roman Reigns dropping the titles.
Also, Fightful Select has reported that Survivor Series is the tentative date for the return of Randy Orton.
Yeah, we weren't too sure of Randy Orton because of his injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We said it would be wise for him to stay away, but now that this rumor is running around for Survivor Series, he might be back, and we'll just see how he presents himself and how healthy he's looking, because I heard that he's jacked.
I mean, he's been out for 18 months, so
Yeah,
he's had nothing better to do, right?
yeah. Other than rehab,
Yeah,
lift weights and shit, and get bulk as fuck, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. Someone that we won't be seeing in Survivor Series and may not see in WWE is CM Punk.
That's it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Again, Fightful Slate reported that
Like 8 minutes.
there haven't been any talks between CM Punk and WWE. But like they say with WWE, you never say never.
See, here's the thing. I don't discredit anyone. I just give my thoughts on the situation. And here's what I think. I think there's a very good chance that it might happen, but it's going to take a lot of work because a lot of the main roster high up talent have issues with CM Punk that need resolved. One of them being Roman Reigns. You're a current champion. So if this is going to happen, things need to get resolved first, then figure out the deal. And if it ends up working for both sides, cool. But this, and again, I'm not discrediting anyone, but this could be WWE's way of trying to hide it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what's happening. All I'm saying is, why would you want this secret out? You know? That's just what I think. If it is going to happen, it's going to be a secret, and WWE is going to say whatever they need to say to whoever they need to say it for it to stay a secret. hide him in a suitcase. I don't know how you bring CM Punk in, but
So last Saturday on Collision, we saw FTR lose the tag titles to Big Bill and Ricky Starks. This is reportedly not somewhat due to an injury. Cash Wheeler is dealing with bruised ribs, but it's actually more of a storyline to give Ricky Starks and Big Bill a push for a rematch later on. So we might be seeing FTR regain those fairly soon.
it I know anything can happen in the
Well,
wrestling.
they're not too injured. They're on the screen now fighting. So
Yeah, like I say, he can deal with that.
Yeah,
I had bruised ribs for a month.
yeah,
now
Recently,
you got FTR, Copeland, and Bryan Danielson in the ring standing tall. So they're not too hurt.
yeah. It was just it just caught me off guard to the point where I texted Johnny like, "What the fuck just happened?" As
yeah,
soon as it happened. So yeah, going back and forth with the titles, AEW does that a lot recently with a
yeah,
lot of titles.
yeah. We saw that again recently because of injury. John Moxley was supposed to face Ray Phoenix for a rematch on the Tuesday night, the title Tuesday Dynamite, but he was pulled that afternoon
Because
because
he
he
still wasn't cleared.
still wasn't cleared. So Orange Cassidy replaced him, and they decided to go ahead and put the title back on Orange Cassidy because Ray Phoenix is also dealing with some injuries.
Yeah,
Everything was been turned around. The reportedly that uh, Shibata was supposed to face Moxley at Wrestle Dream for the international title. So,
yeah. There's a lot of injuries going around in AEW, but
yeah,
luckily you got a lot of people that can step up
yeah,
and be worthy of the title, and it
yeah.
actually feel like they are worthy of it. So
And now that Orange Cassidy has the title again, it's going to build to another rematch with Moxley,
hey,
and
as long as
maybe
they're both healthy, I'm good with it.
yeah, yeah, and you know I think Moxley's I think they'll put it back on him just because he didn't have a proper title run.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Uh, he like he needs a lot of things right now, but you want to give him an awesome title run, I'm down with that. Still waiting to see when he's gonna take his vacation. Like, let's not be petty here and keep him around when he deserves a vacation as well. But hey, that's up to him on when he wants to take that. But if he wants a solid title run first, I say go for it.
So, like I just mentioned, AEW did have uh, Title Tuesday on the Tuesday night because of the National League Division Series on TBS on Wednesday, uh, and were competing head to head with NXT. NXT they had the first 30 minutes commercial free, so Tony Khan came out and said Dynamite was going to be 30 minutes commercial free, which ended up being 46 minutes commercial free with a 14-minute overrun at the end, whereas NXT also had an overrun. NXT brought out a bunch of main roster stars: Asuka, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and appearance from The Undertaker for no apparent reason.
Hmm. Yeah.
And guess what? NXT beat Dynamite in the ratings. Uh, NXT got 900 plus, almost a million. to Dynamite 600 plus, uh, and the appearance of Adam Copeland is not helping AEW like they thought they were. Their attendance numbers at their live tapings have been down, very down. Like Dynamite for the Tuesday night drew less than 4,000. Collision last Saturday only drew 2,500 fans.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, so here's and this is a on the spot question. So if you don't have like a very good answer, that's fine. I just want you to give your thoughts on it. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they're not drawing that many people?
I think this also has to do with competition because WWE I notice have either a couple weeks ahead or a couple weeks behind. They're booking their shows in the same cities as Dynamite as AEW is. Like like uh, like AEW had a show in Colorado, and WWE also had a show in Colorado. Like maybe 2 weeks after that. It just depends whose tickets go on sale first and who's a fan of what. Like for us, for instance, we got Raw coming here next week, but then we also got to remember that winter is coming in December.
Right.
Even
And
though
some people
tickets
can't do both.
right,
Some people can't afford to do both, so
we can't
they
afford to do
choose
both,
one or the other.
and we actually chose not to do. We did Raw last year. We chose not to do it this year just because Raw hasn't been a good product lately. Even though we did do both last year, I mean, it might
Well,
have
y'all
been
did. I
we did,
didn't. Yeah.
but yeah, like you said, some people have to choose either or. So yeah, I don't know. It just might be. I hate to say this, but there might be such thing as too much wrestling.
Yeah, like that's the unfortunate thing. But before I get into it, I just want to give a quick shout out to Polar Knights because he said he loves this show. It's the perfect evolution of beard growth.
Thank you. I actually just sidetrack real quick. I've actually gone down to shaving once a week. There
See,
you go.
no, ain't nowhere. A razor ain't coming nowhere near this thing. This thing
I
is
cleaned
gonna
up
grow
Friday.
hardcore.
Yeah, I used to clean up Sunday night or Monday morning. When I used to shave like every day, but I realized that I can I
There's no
can
point.
I can cut 5 minutes of my morning by not shaving.
Yeah, I did, or not shave at all, and you just save a whole bunch of time. But that's just. But to go back to the question I asked, um, yeah, it could be a combination of things. Maybe, like you said, it's sometimes there's just too much of a good thing is a great problem to have, but something has to suffer, and it looks like AEW is suffering a little bit right now with their live attendance, but there's always going to be a core fan base that are always going to be at your shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes with the right story and the timing just hits, and the attendance can be right up there again.
Yeah, like I'll give you another. I'll throw something else in because, like I said, we got Raw coming next week. Winter's coming in December. Next month in November, the same venue that's hosting Winter's Coming is going to host New Japan.
Yeah, yeah, which we still need to talk about later on.
Yeah,
But yeah, Andrew, what do you think about it all?
Well, I know why AEW had less numbers this week because they changed days. If you change days, some of your fans are not going to know when you're going. And
Right.
NXT's a Tuesday night staple, so they got their fan base already there.
Not to mention, didn't the TNT screw up the time when they made the
Promoted it, yeah.
yeah.
And so people didn't know when it was going to be. Because I think they promoted 6, but it waited till 7 to come on or something.
Yeah, like I think wasn't Collision supposed to come on at 6 tonight?
That's what they was promoting all day long,
And
Yeah.
it
or
came on. And
all
it came,
Wednesday, all Tuesday.
yeah, because I was watching another video and it's like, oh crap, it's already after 6. And I put it on. No, it's not there.
It's Ant Man. So I finished watching Ant Man.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how many times I've seen that man because of that same problem. But yeah,
it's like the
they
Meg.
were advertising Collision tonight for 6 Central.
Yes.
So the fact, again, it's the same confusion. I don't know who is in charge of ultimately making sure the time slot is advertised correctly, but this is a bad problem to be having right now.
Yes.
It seems like AEW just can't catch a break with their contracts right now because they seem to be having a lot of issues as to advertising the days and the times correctly.
Yeah. And it also didn't help either WWE or AEW on Tuesday that there was a couple baseball games on that night for the AL, the American
Yeah,
League,
Yeah,
the and our hometown Rangers, uh,
are undefeated in the playoffs
undefeated playoff Rangers clinched a spot in the ALCS, which starts tomorrow. Um,
against Houston. Two
yeah,
Texas teams.
right. Yes. But yeah, so
I'm
and
not I'm not
and
a baseball guy, but I understand the situation.
yeah, but we just had the NHL season start, NBA season about to start next week, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't Rampage start like 2 minutes earlier last night? Because it was only 8:59, and I turned TNT, and the first match was already on, and I looked at the guy and it's like NBA basketball is still supposed to be on,
Yeah,
and then Dynamite or Rampage was starting at 9. So
yeah,
Basketball game probably went off early, and they didn't have nothing to kill time.
I guess so. I guess Shaquille O'Neal and uh, and Charles Barkley couldn't argue anymore.
keep commentary going for a little bit, man. Come on.
Either that or their clocks are off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because also like SmackDown's been ending a little bit early.
Well, SmackDown always ended early. They're never 2 hours long. They ended at 8:57
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they got to advertise the local news.
yeah. So I'm always used to having a couple of minutes there to run off and if I need to do anything, grab some water or do anything like that before AEW starts. And so I flip the channel and I walk off. And I showed up and we're well into match number 1.
Yeah,
So I mean I didn't miss much, but still, if you walk away for 1 or 2 minutes on AEW TV, you're gonna miss a lot of action.
yeah,
So yeah, that was something that happened that I wasn't ready for.
yeah. All right. And to go ahead and end this news on a lighter note, I saw that Kofi Kingston has had a library named after him in Ghana.
Yeah,
That's
he
cool.
was at the ribbon cutting ceremony
Yeah,
earlier today, and that's cool. And at the moment, I didn't know all the details as to what it was, but it's more than just a library. It's like a media center.
yeah,
So computers, projectors, internet, the whole bit, everything you can think of that can come with pretty much a technology center. That's what he has over there now. So yeah, props to Kofi for doing that shit over in Ghana. Like I just hope the place stays safe because if recent events haven't proven how this world is, it can be a dangerous place.
yeah. But I think that I think that's a safe part of Africa.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I just hope it stays that way, man.
it's South Africa you got to worry about.
Okay.
Those mean streets of Johannesburg.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just like I said, I just hope the place is able to thrive. People are able to, take advantage of what's been provided by Kofi. So hell yeah, that was an awesome thing to see happen today. Props to
And
Kofi for that.
yeah, and that's the news. Now I was thinking about one more thing, but I forgot now. So we'll move on.
Well, sometimes it comes back around in news,
Yes. Yeah.
so we'll have to see if that happens. So now that we've gotten the news in there, I'm gonna go ahead and go into our moments of the week. So I'm gonna go over to Johnny and get his moment for WWE this week.
Okay. So the last time we had a podcast, which has been a couple weeks, we had pay-per-views. But I didn't have anything for WWE. I do this week. Uh, since again, since Vince is no longer in creative, last night was the so-called season premiere of SmackDown. Even though when I looked on the guide, it said episode 41 of season 25. But anyway, neither here nor there. Uh, but Triple H came out and just welcomed the fans. And he had Adam Pearce in the ring with him. He congratulated Adam on the job he's been doing as the WWE official for the last few years. And he told Adam, he said, "You're getting a promotion." He said, "You're going to be the new Raw general manager." So after 3+ years, or maybe I think 5 years now, we're getting general managers back. And he announced after Dominic came down and got booed as all hell, to where even Triple H himself said, I thought they just typed in those boos."
Yeah,
But
even Triple H taking shots at Dominic.
yes, I loved it. But he introduced the new SmackDown general manager, former NWA and Impact World Champion Nick Aldis, which means that both your general managers are former NWA champions.
Hell
Uh,
yes.
but Nick Aldis also had a good line when he addressed Dominic. He said, I'm a big fan of your father or of your dad."
Yeah.
That was a good one.
The
Uh,
deadbeat.
shit.
Which, funny enough, bringing since you brought up Rey Mysterio on that real quick, I
Yeah.
just want to give a quick note. So I don't know if y'all know that Logan Paul had a boxing match today against Dylan Dennis.
I know I don't keep up with Logan Paul.
Okay. So that happened and he won. There was a little controversy afterwards where both camps started going at each other. They went into the boxing ring and they started throwing fists and shit. Like it was a clusterfuck. But in the interview after that they did with Logan Paul, he called out Rey Mysterio. So they might be setting up a match between Logan Paul and Rey
I
Mysterio.
was going to say, my question is why?
I don't know, but
It's because Logan Paul has a WWE contract and he needs a new storyline.
yeah. But hey, look, if any of the matches we have seen from Logan Paul have taught us anything, is love him or hate him, he's going to give you a hell of a show. So as long as they work safely together, cool. But just had to throw that in there.
So back to Nick Aldis. He made an immediate impact backstage by
He made an impact on WWE.
oh yes funny yeah but by actually putting Charlotte Flair in the match against EO for the women's title next week, which isn't the best of decisions, to be honest, because we all know where that's going to end up, more than likely.
As long as Charlotte don't win, I'm all
But
for it.
maybe not, because Charlotte turned around and immediately stood face to face with Jade Cargill. So we'll see. So yeah, Jade Cargill's officially on the roster. It looks like she's on SmackDown. So we'll see what's gonna happen.
So one of the things you told me, Johnny, is give Jade Cargill a chance.
Yes.
Because you don't know. The thing you told me was you don't know how she's going to be in WWE. It could be a completely different person than who she was in AEW. She could be brushing up on stuff in the Performance Center, expanding her moveset, which is what I said that I wanted.
Yeah.
But you want Jade Cargill to win me over? You fucking interfere in that match?
Yep.
That's how you get me. You, Jade Cargill, you want to win me over? You cost Charlotte that title. And now we're talking. I'm not gonna like
Christopher Daniel.
your name and all that shit like I'm the biggest fan in the world, but you can win me over. This would be the way to start that. So give me that shit.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
So yeah, that was my moment of the week. We got general managers back, and the unfortunate thing about general managers is that eventually they're both going to get fired.
Yeah.
But real quick though, one last note: there had been talks as far as a month ago to bring in Mickey James also and have a husband and wife GMs for SmackDown.
Okay.
Yeah, which unfortunately Mickey can't do that right now, but that could still be in the cards in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be.
Yeah.
Nice moment. Hell yeah. Nick Aldis coming in, Jade Cargill getting in Charlotte's face. I fucking love that shit. So give me more of that. So now that we got Johnny's moment in there, I'm gonna go over to Drew and get his moment for WWE.
Well, I think they did the right thing. WWE this week. They put a big focus on NXT and they won the night. First, they had Cody Rhodes come out. He announced the men's breakout tournament and the Dusty Check Classic, that's what we figured he'd do.
So he had two announcements.
Yeah. But he was also made general manager for the night. And the first match he set up was Dragunov versus Dominic for the NXT title. And then he set up a
Bada bing, bada boom.
bada bing, bada boom battle royal for next week. Where you start out with 10 tag teams and They get eliminated until there's 2 tag teams left. And once that happens, it turns into a regular tag team match.
King
And
of the Mountain.
the winner faces Tony D'Angelo and Sparks for the
Yeah, the
NXT
family.
titles. The family. So that was pretty cool. You had Oscar there. She beat Perez fairly easily. You had the main event with Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. I don't know why I want to say Carmelo Anthony, but it's not Hayes. Bloodline tried to get involved. Cena took out Sikoa. Carmelo ended up getting the win, but after the end, Breaker took him out, and he stood in the ring and said, "I'm the biggest badass in WWE." And that's when the music hit.
It's
And
when the Undertaker's dong appeared.
yeah, the Undertaker's dong. What? Oh no!
Yeah. It's a joke.
Ooh, yeah,
Dong.
yeah. His bell. Yeah. That's when the Undertaker came out as American Badass on the motorcycle, rode it around, got in the ring, basically told him, "Hey, you might be the badass now, but there'll always be somebody bigger, and I'm the baddest of them all." And he chokeslammed him. So, yeah, they did it. It was a good show. They also had a few other matches with what was it? The Brawling Brutes and Tyler Bate versus Gallus in a pub rules match.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And,
They had
and
beer kegs out there, beer bottles,
and I did hear
bar trays, everything.
I did hear Paul Heyman was trying to talk Ava Rain into joining the Bloodline.
Yeah, that's another. They showed him and her talking.
Or Ava Gray, whatever her name is.
Ava Reigns. It's
yeah.
Ava Reigns.
Simone Johnson.
Yeah.
Which would make sense. Have The Rock's daughter in the Bloodline, because that's how you can get that The Rock versus Roman match.
Yeah. And I see a future, by the way these two people interacted, that when Paul Heyman's done with the Bloodline, he could become the advocate for Braun Breaker. Because that's the way he said it. It was funny.
That's a good impression.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think NXT was my moment of the week.
Well, yeah, so they said that that there was actually a line to get in for NXT that night, and a lot of the regular fans couldn't get in because there were so many people, and they even had people that were camping out the night before to get in. Yeah. So NXT's all of a sudden starting to become a popular thing again. I mean, it was only for this 1 week, but we'll see if that momentum carries over.
Yeah.
That is the problem. That I wouldn't say it is a problem. Okay. But that is the main question. Is what they did this week going to be able to carry over into other weeks? Because if you look at it, like you had Cena, you had the Bloodline, you had the Undertaker, you had Paul Heyman,
Judgment Day,
LA Knight as a special guest referee.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
LA Knight was a special guest referee
So
for Dragunov
yeah.
match.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Not to bring the mood down. I just and I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like being a realist. I like keeping it real. You can't have all these people in NXT every single week because they do main roster shit.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure they don't want to like travel that far out or whatever.
And in the case of John Cena, he's only there until the actor strike ends.
Yeah. So there's you can't have them there every week. So you're not going to be able to rely on that.
Right. but you can bring one or two every week,
Yeah,
and it might help. Like
but you still,
who's still the NXT Women's Champion? Becky Lynch, who's a main roster.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, you still also you have Becky Lynch, you have Dominic, you have Baron Corbin. I mean, that's about it right now. But I mean, yeah, you can bring some other people in.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah,
Mustafa, but they fucked that up.
yeah, they got a triple threat match next week with Baron Corbin, Dijak, and Carmelo, and the winner faces Dragunov at Halloween Havoc.
It's a
So
two-part Halloween Havoc.
yeah, two part. I don't know which part, but one of them.
Yeah.
One of them. Yeah. But see, that to me sounds good. So yeah, I mean it was good for a week. You had all the star power there. We know why you did it.
Yeah.
So it was fine. Like I watched both of them this week actually. So it was a good episode of NXT. But you had to bring in all these people to beat AEW, and you did.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. That's what happened. But it's like Kate from Fightful put it. She said on a Tuesday night where there was supposedly more important stuff to watch, 1.5 million people chose to watch wrestling.
Yeah.
And that all in all is a win.
Yeah,
So
because
So
there was baseball on.
I was going to say, I didn't, I haven't looked up the numbers of the ratings for everything, but I can imagine that the top two shows on Tuesday night were baseball and wrestling.
yeah,
Probably.
just going by this 1.5 million number between both shows. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Pro wrestling big win on a Tuesday night this week.
Yes. All right. So just before we get to your moment, I want to put something out there, and Freddie knows I'm good at doing that. Um, so this is just speculation, but since we got GMs now for Raw and SmackDown, could we possibly be getting a GM for NXT, not just Shawn Michaels?
Oh, I know
Because
who.
it's been about a year
I
since
know.
William Regal left AEW, and he wasn't allowed to be on TV for a year. So maybe bring him back as GM of NXT.
War Games.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Let
that was,
him make that announcement.
yeah. Hey man, who else other than William Regal to be back in charge of NXT?
Yeah,
That's what needs to happen. If this is the road we're going down now, where every show has a general manager again. Hell yes, bring back bring back William Regal for NXT. We know he's there, okay, but bring him back in a TV role, like
yes.
on a weekly basis. And hell yeah, that's gonna be a definite win. But y'all really like covered the basis as to what was really good this week.
Andrew went over. Andrew went over the whole NXT show.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I thought the whole
I
show was
know.
good.
Yeah,
So
And they did it to beat
yeah,
AEW. They did it.
yeah.
yeah,
And by the way, shout out to Tony Khan who called Triple H and Shawn Michaels bald assholes on Twitter.
I'm not condoning said behavior, but at the same time, that was funny as fuck.
I mean, it was his birthday too, so they
Yeah,
kind of
like
they kind of ruined it.
yeah, they really did, but he still had a fun time.
Yeah, yeah.
We can't really be too mad at it. So I'm not really gonna choose a moment. I'm just more gonna focus on something that we've already spoken about and kind of expand on it a little bit. Nick Aldis. So the immediate question that was asked by a lot of people, and especially like people at Wrestle Talk, Ollie, looking at you, bro. Uh, what are we gonna do with him? Is he just gonna be a general manager, or is he gonna actually wrestle?
I think eventually he will wrestle. At the first All In before AEW, or yeah, before AEW started, Nick Aldis did wrestle Cody Rhodes for the NWA title. That's where Cody took it off him for him to later get it back. But I think you could rekindle that rivalry in WWE.
Okay, so hear me out, because that's exactly where I was gonna go. Nick Aldis and Mickey James versus Cody Rhodes. Yes. And Brandy, of course. Because
Yeah,
everybody has been asking too, is are they ever gonna do something with Brandy? So you already got Nick Aldis there. You know, Mickey James is just a call away.
yeah.
As long as they allow her to do it, she'll be there. So you do Nick Aldis and Mickey James versus Cody and Brandy Rhodes.
Well, wasn't it a couple years ago where Mickey James appeared in the Rumble as Impact Champion?
Yeah,
Yeah, but they didn't recognize her as Impact Champion.
Right.
yeah. But hey, it happened. She was there. So you know it can very well happen again. And I'm sorry, Kev. I take it you're not a very big Nick Aldis fan, but it's what happened, man. So now we have to try and speculate and factor as to what they're gonna do with him. And me personally, if because I was thinking of AEW as well. Now that Cody and Nick are both in AEW and WWE, I mean, you know it's going to happen. You know they're going to cross paths, and it's going to get brought up. Not necessarily saying AEW on screen, but they're going to acknowledge that they know each other. And if they want to do this mixed tag match, I'm down for it. I want to see Brandy Rhodes in the ring.
And possibly, once Cody does finish the story with Roman and becomes the champion, you could set up a title match down the line with Nick Aldis versus Cody, and you
Oh
could
yes,
you could have an like another championship title match between them.
yeah. So again, I saw a lot of people pose that question as to is Nick Aldis going to get in the ring? Yeah, yeah.
Because
He's
he's only like 36 or 37.
yeah he's younger than Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
I think he's the same age as Cody.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's
So
younger than LA Knight, too.
Younger than the Usos.
yeah,
Yeah, the Usos are 37.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's
So
36.
so you got all this top talent that he is younger than. So yeah, man, you just gotta use them right. So have him do the general manager thing for a couple of months, and he could even do both if he wanted to.
Yeah,
We've seen it happen before. So
yeah.
yeah, I
And we
just
got KO on SmackDown now.
yeah yeah, and we got to see what's going to happen there because you know Sammy isn't going to be too happy. I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but yeah. That's just what I think should happen.
There's
I'm hoping it does.
a lot of interesting parts right now in WWE that could all cross paths or come together because you have the bloodline and the Judgment Thing, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and uh, Jay and Cody, and now you got Nick Aldis. So there's just a bunch of people that could interact in one way or another.
I just want to point out Kevin's hatred towards Nick Aldis. He said Aldis is as dry as a martini.
he's he's British. Hey, he's he's got the dry English wit. All right.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's gonna do fine. Like, you get him in ring, he's gonna show what he can do, and he's gonna win some people over. For those that don't know him,
Okay.
he's gonna
Go
win some
go
people
go
over.
go look up some of his matches.
Yeah, go look at that match he had with Cody.
Yeah, the All In
AEW.
match,
That's a real good match.
which we may be able to watch again soon. Which that brings me to my point that I forgot. That that um, Bleacher Report is coming to Max,
Right? Yes.
which
Yes.
which
Yes.
means that all AEW pay per views will be on Max for an extra $10 a month. So there you go.
Which $10 a month isn't bad.
It's not, but see, my sister owns the Max. She pays the Max in our house,
Uh huh.
and she's already told me she's not paying the extra $10.
Well, you can just use mine, bro.
Yeah, true.
I'll just give you my info later.
Yeah,
Once that actually happens,
yeah,
yeah, I'll just send you my info then because I'm gonna definitely get that shit.
yeah.
Sorry, Disney, I might have to drop you. Kev is gonna hate that too, but I'm sorry. So, cost cutting measures have to be taken for me to get all this.
Well, no Mandalorian then.
That's why he's gonna be mad, bro. But I might
No,
be
no,
able to work it out. I might
no
be able to get
Mercedes,
Disney.
no Mercedes.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I decide. But yeah, that's basically what I think should happen there. So now that we've gone through our moments for WWE, I'm gonna go back to Johnny and get his moment for AEW.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the wrestler is. MJF always manages to be a great promo. So you know, Jay White he stole his belt a couple weeks ago, which is Jay White's known for stealing belts. He did it in New Japan, but MJF came out. And he said that he's been trying to work on being a better person. You know, he's got this friendship with Adam Cole going. You know, he's trying to be understanding, even though Adam Cole is still trying to lean towards going to Roger Strong, which since he's out with the injury and the surgery, he's got all of Roddy's attention right now. Anyway, but uh, BMJF asked for the title back, and Jay White's like, well, you find three other people, and you can face Bullet Club Gold, and if you win, then you can have the title back. So they set up later on a match with MJF and the Acclaimed with Daddy Ass versus Bullet Club Gold. But then the promo got a little more serious. Juice Robinson said that he wants that diamond ring, which this coming week is the annual battle royal for the diamond ring. And then Jay White said that he's got a row of quarters waiting for MJF with his name on them. Now this works in two ways because one, a row of quarters, that's a weapon that Jay White used in New Japan for many years. But it also works the other way because MJF in the past has talked about kids throwing quarters at him because he's a Jew. There were a lot of people saying that this wasn't the right time to bring this promo out, considering what happened last weekend and all the news that has been centered on Israel all week long and Gaza. Uh, So I mean, I I wasn't too offended, but I know some people out there might have been, you know, but it got MJF upset nonetheless.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
Drew, I'm gonna go with you first.
I don't think he meant it as something negative versus against Jews.
No.
I just think he meant it as because that's it's kind of like him pulling out brass knuckles or
Yeah.
something like that. Because he's used roller quarters
Or like
hundreds of times in New Japan, so I don't
or
think he meant anything by it.
or like when MJF uses the ring.
Or like MJF uses the ring and act. Never mind, y'all haven't watched it yet. Juice used the ring tonight,
Okay.
so y'all have that to look forward to.
Okay.
Silver roller quarters. He's got his own ring now.
Yeah.
He was proposed to by Jay White. I'm sorry, that's what it looked like.
Tony Storm's gonna get jealous.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, but if I know I'm shooting my shot here, but if it
It's
does
Tony Storm.
cause some tension, and Tony is like, "Nah, fam, what's up?" Just saying. All right,
But watch out, should slap your titties though.
hey, fine with me, dude.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. In all seriousness, though, like with this whole MJF thing and the quarters and the whole situation with Palestine and all that shit, the only way this could happen right now is if MJF approved it, and he
Oh yeah.
obviously did.
Of course. Yeah.
And they made that very clear. Not on TV, but behind the scenes, they put out the report that it was clear, obviously. So I personally don't have a problem with it. It was something that they have done in the past. It's not
Yeah.
like it's something new that they decided to do.
Right.
So the fact that it was referenced before, it was a story that MJF had already told. I don't see the problem in it, because if you didn't have a problem with it then, why would you have a problem with it now? But you know, and we have said this many times. This is a distraction from shit that goes on in the real world.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this ties in to what's going on in the real world. But sometimes we just gotta set that aside for a couple of hours. I know it's difficult. The shit is difficult. My sister's in laws are down that way right now. They decided to, the day they declared war is the day they started their travel over there. So I understand. Trust me. Her in laws are some of the most amazing people I've ever met. All right. They are cool as fuck. And unfortunately, they're over there right now. But it's like my sister said, this isn't the first war they've been through, and it won't be the last, obviously. So, yeah, they're over there. They're being careful. They're just hanging around with family, and we'll just hope for their safe return. And unfortunately, like some real horrible stuff is happening over there right now. But yeah, I don't see a problem because it was already used. So
Hmm.
can't really say too much else about it than I already did. So, but yeah, man, MJF is just doing this thing, man, and he's one of the most entertaining people right now. And what the fuck what are you doing, man? Roddy, why the fuck do you have Adam Cole mowing your lawn?
I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Fuck
What's
is
up? What the
that
hell's going
doing, man?
And moving furniture.
Yeah, and moving furniture, bro. He's over there fucking has got his leg on a kickstand, and you have him fucking pushing furniture and mowing your lawn, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
come on. That's the real travesty.
Let him go get surgery already.
Yeah, let him go. He already got surgery
Yeah, yeah, I know.
in real life. He already
Yeah.
got surgery, but yeah, why are you doing that? If he's such a good friend of yours, why in the fuck is he doing all this stuff for you when he's injured? But you know, that's the fun of it all. But yeah, that's the kind of thing we get with this, man. It's a distraction from the real world. So, but like I said, unfortunately, it ties in from time to time. But now that we had Johnny's moment in there, I'm gonna go over to Drew and get his moment for AEW.
Any guesses?
Cheetah.
Yes.
I have one.
Yes. For the first time, we have a 3-time women's AEW champion. Sheeta defeated Saraya, and probably one of the longest women's matches AEW's had in a while.
Yeah.
That match went on and on and on. You even had a interference from Ruby Soho, who was banned from ringside but showed up anyway in a ninja outfit, and then was run off with Tony in her shoes.
Watch for the shoe.
Watch for the shoe. Sheeta actually got paint sprayed in her face and still kicked out. She used 2 of her finishers to finally knock out Saraya. And she's, like I said, she's the first 3-time women's champ.
Sheeta is always going to be like when used right, because for a while there she wasn't really used all that well. But when you put some trust behind her in what she can do, she can be your highlight of the night.
Yes.
And this women's division picking back up and being stronger than ever, this can have some really good shit happening. And I know some people are upset because Saraya lost the title. But I'm going to be completely honest with you here. I did not expect for Sheeta to win. I thought Saraya's title reign was going to be longer than this. But what a pleasant surprise to have Sheeta win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think Saraya's title wasn't longer because she's been out for so long, and she's not. She's ready, but she's not ready to defend it as much as someone like Sheeta is.
Yeah.
Because of her long. Well, she was out 9 years, 7 years, something like that.
Yeah.
So she's not in. I know she's been back almost a year or so.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's in wrestling shape to defend it as much as Sheeta could.
Yeah. She can't be in a ring every week.
Right, like Sheeta can.
Yeah, and that's what you need with a women's champion, for her to be able to get in there every single week and have a match, if not defend it every single
Right.
week or every other week.
Kind of like Statlander's been doing lately.
Yeah.
Who's defended it again tonight.
Yeah. So I understand the decision. I'm happy for the decision. I just didn't expect for that to happen. But hey, I'm happy either way. Sheeta is a badass person, and she's going to give us high quality matches. So Hell yeah. I'm happy that she won it. So, what I want to focus on, and I want to get y'all's thoughts on it, Adam Copeland having his first match against Luchasaurus. How do y'all feel between the last couple of matches he had in WWE and seeing his first match in AEW?
I actually I didn't get to see it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot you had some issues.
Yeah, yeah. I had recording issues because it was on a different night.
Yeah. So I'll go over to Andrew. How did you feel about Adam Copeland's first match in AEW?
It's a lot like I thought it was, especially going up against someone like Luchasaurus, which is a bigger guy than Adam. I almost said his WWE name.
Yeah, we still got to get used to that.
Yeah,
Yeah, or Copeland or whatever he's going by. I know it's Adam Copeland,
it's cool. Yeah,
but in the he, what's the word? He was not the aggressor for most of the match, but he ended up getting the win. So yeah, it's kind of like Adam did it, Edge did in WWE. I think it's on par with his last few matches WWE.
I
You can tell he's been off of what a couple months, but he'll get over that.
Yeah. Here's the one thing I am gonna
As
say.
long as he's not going to. I just wonder if they're going to give him the WWE treatment where he's only going to be
Oh no, no.
part timer.
Tony Khan said he's full time. He's there every week
Okay.
on all
Well,
shows.
as long as he does that, he can probably get back into the rhythm better and have
Yeah.
more energetic matches. But yeah, especially with the bigger guy, he's gonna. He looked good.
Yeah.
At least
And
I thought he did.
and no, I did too. And here's what I'm gonna say about the match as a whole. Yes, it's a different style that he has to get used to. Because even with some of the older talent in AEW,
It's a faster paced match.
yeah, they still nobody is safe from having a rough match. It's going to be a safe match because that's how well they work together, but they're still going to take a legit amount of bumps.
Yeah,
More than they took in WWE.
yeah.
So
That's.
that
I believe it's faster paced too.
yeah,
It's not these sit down in the corner and beat them and choke them out
Well,
yes.
that's
for
the
two
thing about
minutes.
that's the thing about AEW. They have different style matches.
Yeah. What's up, Zach? How's it going, bro?
But you
But
can have a match like that because I saw one tonight.
Yeah.
But you also have the faster, higher pace flying luchador match.
yeah,
Also, shout out to Ian Riccaboni who tried to rename his finisher last week. He called it because you can't call it the execution anymore, so he called it the copelocution, which didn't really work out. So I think they're just going back to calling it the impaler,
yeah.
which is what it is.
Taylor's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't have to get real technical with every single name, but yeah. Zach said you can call it Copenhagen. I get that. I get that. I get that. I see what you did there. I like it. I like it. I can see the sleep did you well into thinking about things because that's not bad actually. But yeah, all in all, Adam Copeland's first match in AEW, he held his own. Yes, he took a lot of punishment, but that is the type of matches you have to expect for you to have in AEW. He doesn't matter how much of a veteran you are. you're still gonna have to put up these type of matches. And yeah, I think he did solid for his first match out. I enjoyed it. I was never worried about him being injured in some sort of way because even though he took his fair amount of being manhandled and thrown all over the place, he was thrown all over that ring, bro. Like
Yeah.
Luchasaurus was just swinging him back and forth.
And outside the ring.
Yeah, and outside the ring. So for his first match, I think it was a very good AEW type of match for him. And it just made me more excited about what's to come in the future and what type of other matches he's going to have. A lot of like we brought it up beforehand. If it ever happened, this is what we wanted to see. But now that he's had his first match, people are saying, once him and Christian sort their shit out, Adam Copeland and Christian, that's also weird to say, versus the Hardy Boys. Like, as one of their final matches ever, because the Hardy Boys are close to retirement just as much as Adam and Christian are. So this is truly going to be one of the last times we'd be able to see them work together. And I'm excited for what's to come, man. Yeah, solid first match for. I almost said it too. I stopped myself. I almost said it as well. Solid first match for Adam Copeland in AEW, and I'm excited to see what comes from it. So, hell yeah! And to I just it still hurts a little bit when Christian is just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
hurts,
It
man.
was go fuck yourself. Oh.
Go fuck- yeah, that still hurts. But Zach, you're cool, man, and like we respect you and all that shit. So, but that kid, bro, that kid is good. So don't be too mad at him for attacking Adam from behind. Nick Wayne is a badass. And if you get a chance, definitely check him out because he's the future, bro. So yeah, I could see what you mean though. Someone coming into watching Adam Copeland in AEW and not knowing who Nick Wayne is, I could see why you would think that. But yeah, that definitely give him a look. I know I've said that to you once before, but hell yeah, he's the future of this shit, man. But yeah, lots of good shit going on in WWE, and even though viewership is there for AEW, attendance is going to get back up again, so we don't need to worry about that right now. It's going to be there, trust me. Plus, winter is coming. I hope we need that announcement soon because I'm dying over here.
I mean, it's going to come eventually with
Yeah, I just
actual winter.
I just want that email in my inbox that says your tickets for winter's coming have been purchased. That's all I want.
The floor seats.
Yeah, floor seats. I just want that email in my inbox already. But
Let
hell
me
yeah,
check something real quick. I'm going to go to the AEW TIX site.
okay.
And I'm just going to see what I'll scroll all the way down, see what, because they always list all their shows. Okay, All In for next year is the last show. And right now, we have, it's a AEW Rampage and Dynamite for December 8th.
Okay. So they're like the
December
week before.
6th. December 6th, yeah, which is like the week before. So,
Okay. So
yeah,
it should be announced soon.
yes.
maybe next week.
Maybe.
I'm hoping.
At least by the end of the month.
Yeah. You know what? Give us to the end of the month, and that would be good enough for me. But yeah, Zach, ringside is the goal. That's what we're trying to get again, especially after last year.
Yeah. We don't
Yeah.
have to be camera either. But it would be nice, but we don't have to be camera man necessarily.
Yeah,
Because as much as they walk around the outside and fight around the outside, if we're ringside, we should get on camera anyway.
Yeah.
so we'll see. But hell yeah, hopefully it gets announced by the end of the month. But to see how it goes, like always, it is time to stump the brain.
WrestleMania 1. Who fought Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
That's a random question.
Yeah, we're going back to the random questions, bro. Like, there's no shows coming up like as far as pay-per-views in the immediate future. So yeah, we're going back to random questions. Yeah, we got our fingers crossed on that one, Zach. We want them good seats.
I can't think of it.
Holy shit!
You actually stumped me this
You
time.
really did something.
I'm not even gonna attempt to guess.
Wow, I think that is a first. Normally, we're able to get some sort of an answer from him.
I would say Randy Savage, but I think that's still a few years away from that.
He got him this week. Oh, he's pulling up something.
He's got to search for the answer himself too.
Now, I'm pretty sure he had the answer. He's just looking up details.
Oh,
He wants to inform us.
It was before he became Doink. It was Matt Bourne,
Bourne. Damn it.
and that was before the whole Doink and Doink the Clown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that was even before Matt Bourne was wrestling here in Dallas.
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay. I'll have to go look. I'll have to go watch that again. Matt Bourne.
Now WrestleMania 3 was Ricky and Macho Man for the Intercontinental title.
See, Matt.
That was 3.
Matt Bourne didn't even cross my mind. I used to watch Matt Bourne this morning.
Yeah. Now we got to go watch some.
Which brings me to my next. The last thing I wanted to bring up was that they did release a trailer this week for the Iron Claw.
Yes.
I
can't wait.
About to say.
True
That
story.
looks awesome.
Yes, it does look awesome, and I can't wait, and I hope it gets some kind of recognition for some kind of Oscar.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be film of the movie of the year, but at least like maybe
probably
Zac Efron can get like a best male nod, or
or it could get what they call that, not original screenplay but adapted screenplay.
Right.
Or based on a true story, but
yes.
Or even like a best supporting actor or something like that.
MJF.
Oh no,
that happens, yo.
MJF has a small role.
Yeah, it's not supporting actor.
He's a cousin. Come on.
He's a fake looking real cousin.
I know.
Yeah, but as if it gets something like that, like a best supporting actor or a best adapted screenplay or even like score, because the score is going to be
Yeah,
badass.
and I don't even need it to win, just a nomination.
Yeah. No, I
So,
wanted to win something.
so I'm gonna throw a trivia question at you.
At
In
who?
the trailer, they played Thomas Sawyer by Rush. Do you know why that song is significant?
Wasn't that like David's entrance song or something?
That was okay. So back in the '80s, this was before Jim Johnson. Uh, World Class was the first wrestling company to have entrance music. The first original one was done by Michael Hayes with Bad Street USA.
Yeah,
But all the other wrestlers they used uh, established
songs.
songs, rock and hip hop. Like a couple notable ones, like they used to call Jeff Jarrett "Simply Irresistible." So of course the song he came down to was "Simply Irresistible" by Robert Palmer.
And like, I remember the Fantastics came out to Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ Top.
Yeah, and Chris Adams would come down to "Won't Back Down" by Tom Petty. Well, Kerry Von Erich, they call him the modern day warrior. The modern day warrior is the first three words of Thomas Sawyer's
Yeah,
Sawyer by Rush.
I thought it was I knew it was one of their entrances. I just didn't
Yeah,
know which one.
it's Kerry. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. There's some trivia there that I can't answer correctly.
Yeah. Yeah. But if y'all haven't been able to watch the trailer for it, definitely watch it. I've seen it about 3 times myself, and I can't wait for this movie,
Yeah,
bro.
it comes out December 22nd, the Friday before Christmas, and I'm hoping maybe the week before that I want to stream the Triumph and Tragedy of WCCW, which is the WWE documentary that came out with in 2007, which tells the true story.
Yeah, it's
So
about what, an hour long, I think.
2 hours.
2 hours now.
So yeah, so kind of it'll get you ready for the movie itself. So that look forward to that.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Definitely look forward to that and plan on watching the movie because it's going to be great. And if it does win awards, it's just going to put more eyes on the pro wrestling world,
Yep, this is
and that
the
is
first
exactly what we want.
the first wrestling movie to come out since Fighting with My Family.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
and also Kev said Road Warriors came down to Iron Man by Ozzy Osbourne. So just another music fact. Thank
Yeah,
you,
that was
thank you, Kev, for that one.
yeah.
Oh, the Great Kabuki came out to bang your head. I remember that too.
Yeah, yeah. But like always, if you guys have any questions or comments, wrestlelost@gmail.com, WrestleLost on Facebook, and don't forget to give us a follow here on Twitch and on our YouTube channel and our TikTok, WrestleLost. Yeah,
Odd.
Wrestle Lost
WrestleLost.
Pod.
I keep on forgetting if I just put WrestleLost or WrestleLost Pod. But yeah, it's WrestleLost Pod on TikTok. So hope everybody enjoys their weekend, and we will see you all next week.
See you next week.